Deck the halls with boughs of holly, fa la 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 for this distinctively unfestive year-end edition of Sent You a Message.
Our only concession to Christmas is this rather fetching jumper I'm wearing, and even that's stolen.
Yeah, from me. Dressed up as Santa, broke into my house, and then said the jumper was payment for being on the bad list. I don't even know why I believed you. It was August for one thing. You didn't even have a beard. Or a Santa suit.
Well, you were quite sleepy and suggestive. Anyway, I think it looks a lot better on me.
Yeah, no, it's something we can both agree on. To the question-mobile.
Okay, first question is from MadDog083 via Facebook, and they ask, will there be a Just Cause 2 multiplayer? They've heard a lot about the campaign, but nothing on the multiplayer.
Well, there's a quick answer to this one, and it's no. We have a quote from Peter Johansson, who's the lead designer at Just Cause 2 developer Avalanche Studios, and he actually said this to the website PlayTM, and he basically said it would have been simple to just jump onto the multiplayer bandwagon, but in the end we decided on designing Just Cause 2 with the focus of delivering the best single-player free roaming experience. It's likely that Just Cause will have multiplayer in the future, but only when we believe we can deliver something truly new and exciting to the multiplayer community while retaining all the core value of the game. So maybe something you'll be seeing in Just Cause 3 perhaps. Mesmerize has a slightly odd request. He wants to know why nobody's come up with a game featuring violent, possibly zombie, nuns. He thinks it'd be the perfect game, and if somebody isn't already producing it, well then they should be.
Well, as a general rule of thumb, if you can think of something awesome, Tim Schafer's probably done it, and he has done in Brutal Legend. There are legions of battle nuns in that game for you to fight against. So yeah, pick that up and say 10 Hail Tims when you do it.
How about popes?
Battle Popes.
Battle popes.
Assassin's Creed 2. Okay, EkaBE via Twitter is asking if there's any news about the content of the European Collector's Edition of Splinter Cell Conviction.
Well, yep, there is, and it's alarmingly similar to the Collector's Edition of Assassin's Creed 2. You, of course, get the game, albeit housed within a steel case. You get a little Sam Fisher statue for you to keep Mini Ezio company, a new Shadow Armor multiplayer skin, an extra multiplayer mode called Infiltration, where you have to work together to eliminate enemies while avoiding detection, early access to 3 weapons, and an original soundtrack.
It'll be available on the 26th of February, and it won't be available in any shops, except for ones that sell Xbox games.
Hickabod has asked via Twitter about a game called Jurassic the Hunted, which he's seen doing the rounds on the web, and he just wants to know if there's a European release date set for it yet.
Well, we have contacted Activision about it, and they've confirmed that it's still only confirmed for a North American release, which is a shame because the plot, which sees a weapon and survival expert pulled back in time through the Bermuda Triangle to fight dinosaurs, sounds like the greatest thing ever, making it an essential day one purchase. Hey Dan, you know what people like asking questions about?
DLC?
Yeah, DLC. We've had a bumper crop of questions about DLC this week, so we're going to work our way through some of those. First up, we've got Obi-Wan Kenobi 87, who wants to know when the new add-ons to Resident Evil 5 are coming to Xbox Live.
Well, Capcom's actually announced 5 new pieces of downloadable content.
Wow.
Amazing, I know. And on the 17th of February, an all-new episode called Lost in Nightmares is going to be released. This appears to be a playable prologue of sorts that charts Chris and Jill's fateful investigation into the whereabouts of Umbrella co-founder Oswald Spencer. Joining that will also be a new warrior costume for Chris, which gives him a Mad Max leather and spikes makeover, and the Little Red Riding Hood-inspired folklore outfit for Sheva.
3rd of March marks the release of a second episode and another 2 costumes, although nothing's been revealed about either yet.
Capcom's also confirmed that a new Mercenaries Reunion mode will also be added, and that each piece of downloadable content will add 2 extra characters and weapon loadouts, making for a total of 8 new characters.
If you've yet to buy the game or just have money to burn, then Resident Evil 5 Gold Edition is released on the 12th of March, and this features the full game plus all of the downloadable content.
Rumours that it also contains a sample of the T-virus for you to create your own zombie army with were made up by us and distributed to the media to cause fake controversy. Now, the best thing about Modern Warfare 2 being released is that everyone has finally stopped asking us questions about it.
Magical time.
The worst thing, however, everyone's now started asking us about DLC. So, Andy, do you have any news?
No. No news whatsoever, but every Call of Duty game to date has had DLC for it. Modern Warfare 2 is the biggest selling game this year. If they don't release DLC for it, I will be massively surprised. So keep an eye on Inside Xbox. We'll let you know as soon as we know anything.
Can't say further than that.
Okay, XJBoy Massacre X asks, when will the Trials HD DLC come out?
Well, the Trials HD Big Pack, as it's being called, will be released on the 30th of December, not the 23rd December, as has been reported elsewhere. The Big Pack features 35 brand new tracks which focus on medium and hard difficulties, but a couple of new extreme tracks have been added for all you masochists out there.
These tracks will benefit from 50 new objects, including rocket turbines and gravity fields, all of which can be used in the level editor.
The pack also includes 12 skill game tracks, 5 new tournaments, and a series of improvements inspired by community feedback, including an easier to complete ultimate endurance tournament, a glitch-free down the stairs game with improved control over the rider, and double the number of slots to save your user-created tracks to.
Keep an eye on Inside Xbox around the same time for our History of Trials feature with Finnish developer Red Links.
Next up, Ghosty Wolf is wondering if there's going to be any more DLC for Borderlands soon.
Yeah, and it promises to be just as tongue-in-cheek as the zombie island of Dr. Ned. Mad Moxie's Underdome Riot joins the next batch of Resi 5 DLC in paying tribute to Mad Mel Gibson's post-apocalyptic trilogy, and adds a brand new Riot mode plus a massively useful weapons bank.
Riot mode has been described by Randy, don't call me Randy Pitchfork Pitchford, as Smash TV as a co-op first-person shooter, which suggests dozens of enemies and the phrase fight for your life appearing every other minute. And that's out on the 29th of December and will set you back 800 Microsoft points.
Okay, Dusk Prophet 117 asks, will there be any DLC for Left 4 Dead 2?
Well, yes, there will be. The first pack is called The Passing, and it's going to be set in Georgia after the events of Dead Center. It'll feature new Uncommon Infected, extra maps for the survival, scavenge and versus modes, a new co-op mode, and an additional firearm and melee weapon to dispense zombie smiting justice with.
More important than that, however, you'll come across Bill, Zoe, Lewis and Francis during the new campaign, in a scene that will hopefully be reminiscent of that bit in Shaun of the Dead when they come across an almost identical group of survivors made up of arguably better comic actors.
Valve's only promising a spring 2010 release, the non-committal scoundrels.
And finally, someone whose gamertag we've removed for their own safety asks, will there be any DLC for Crackdown 2?
Crackdown 2? Crackdown 2? It's not even out yet! What's wrong with you?
Look what you've done. Dan's exploded now. Hope you're happy with yourself. Anyway, you can keep your questions coming into the gamertag SentUAMessage to SentUAMessage@hotmail.com, or you can at us on Twitter @SentUAMessage, or go to our Facebook group at facebook.com/SentUAMessage. We'll be back in the new year, by which time I'll hopefully have pieced Dan back together with boss stick and lolly sticks or something. See you then.